psychic medium Toni Green. I am Toni Green, the psychic medium, and we are about to do approximately 1 hour of what I like to call entertainment. I'll be answering your questions. I will be helping you connect to loved ones. If you do have a question, put it in the chat. Please make it a direct question, not just a general message. I do general messages for in readings and private readings. I can take all the time I need delving into just your energy and giving you all the general messages from spirit and loved ones. For the sake of the show, one question about life, love, career, money, whatever it may be for you. Or I have a hair in my face. There it is. I think I got it. Or a loved one connection where you give me the name and relationship of your loved one and I help you connect to them. I am so happy to be back with you guys. I did 2 shows answering questions, connecting with loved ones, and nobody heard it. Singing my heart out for you guys. And none of it caught on tape. Well, that part is probably pretty good that it was not caught on tape. So here we go. All righty, Aphrodite. I'm so excited. I'm going to start like I normally do. You guys go ahead and pop your questions in the chat. I'll be getting to them ASAP, and or your connections to loved ones. And you know what, Dennis, I did answer that question yesterday. I'm going to answer it again. And I'm going to get to all of y'all. I'm going to start with songs. And the first song I'm hearing is All by Myself. I don't want to be all by myself. I can't even do that song seriously. I can't do that song seriously, but that song is coming through. The next song that is, I'm just so happy to be here with you guys. You have no idea. The next song is yeah, okay. I wrote some down. These are from last Monday show and Wednesday show, but we're gonna do the best. Now the songs, for those of you who are new, please. Okay, so you guys, here's how YouTube works. This isn't me. It's not me. When you like the show, YouTube promotes it. If you want to know when I come live, whenever I pop up, like today's a pop-up show, my normal times are Monday at noon, Wednesday at 7 p.m., both of those times Central. So if I do a pop-up show or you want to be reminded of when I go live, just hit the button you need to hit so you know every time I come live, you can come on and we can do this thing. So the songs, for those of you who are new and or returning, it can be a song your loved one loved, you love, or when you hear the song, you know they're with you. It reminds you of your loved one, or in some cases, it's just answering a question for you. You've been asking a question, you want to know something, the song is answering the question for you. So the first song is All by Myself. I don't want to be all by myself. That song. Okay. The next song that I had, and I did these songs on Monday and Wednesday, but nobody heard them. So of course I must torture you now with them. Oh, Jesus. I can't live if living is without you. Somebody's going through the trenches in love. Or you lost someone and you're really suffering. And for that, I apologize. If that's the case, I apologize. I can't give anymore. It's either live or give anymore. But that's on I Can't Live If Living Is Without You. Okay? The next song. Oh, hey kid, rock and roll, rock on, soothes my soul. And then the song, I'm a joker, I'm a toker, I'm a midnight smoker, which none of those, I am none of those because, well, my lungs have enough trouble getting oxygen without any of all of that. Facts on facts. Okay, the next song, it starts out, Johnny was a school, Johnny was a something, Jukebox Hero. It's Jukebox Hero. Maybe it's yeah, Jukebox Hero. For those of you who don't know what a jukebox is, God bless you. God bless you. Raise your hand if you don't know what a jukebox is. I do. I do. You'd have to put money in this little thing and then hope your song came on before you left. Pay, you know. I think everybody still knows what a jukebox is. I really do. Okay, I'm going to see if there are any other songs for you guys. Every single song, every single show, this song comes through. Let me love you, and I cannot sing any song, but especially that one. Okay, now I'm going to go to names. This could be your name, your loved one up there's name, the name of someone in your family. It could be a person, place, or thing, or just a confirmation. On Monday show, I kept getting, oh no, yesterday, yeah, Monday, I kept getting white roses, and then somebody specifically said, and I feel like it was a woman from up there that said that flower that can kill, which I was like, but yes, the flower that can, there's a flower, I guess, that is poisonous. And then I hear magnolias. So maybe it's magnolias. I don't know, but that's what I'm hearing. Um, okay, here we go. Again, person, place, or thing that's a confirmation your loved one is with you. The first name I'm hearing is Micah, Michaela. I'm hearing dandelions and seeing dandelions. I am getting Rush Street or Rushmore, whatever that is, Rush Street or Rushmore. And then I'm seeing the Pink Floyd, the Triangle album cover. And again, for those of you that don't know what an album is, God bless you. Okay, next. I think we do because they're kind of coming back around again. Okay, next. Names, people. Tinkle. I'm getting Joshua. I'm getting Tina. Tanatsi. I don't make the names, I just repeat them. Keisha. I know there's a lot of Keishas out there. I would like to meet one because I think Keisha is somebody who's super sassy. Like, I hear the name Keisha, I'm like, I need Keisha on my team because I feel like Keisha is a person who would like so have your back. She's the one ready to jump forward if anything goes down, like, out my way. Keisha's here. Like, I just feel like that is a Keisha. I don't know. Somebody tell me, am I right on that one? Okay, next. Next we have Bob. We have Joe. We have Michael. We have Indigo. We have Jeffrey. Millie, and the last name I'm going to do, they're giving it to me again, Tanatsi. Okay. You guys, I'm so happy to be here with you. Okay. I'm going to go back to the top of the list. I'm going to start answering questions for you. As I answer the questions and I go through, I'm going to try to get through as many as possible today. Today. Hey, Dennis. Hey, Marajana. Hey, Peter. Back to normal, Peter. That's right, back to normal. Thank you guys so much. Hey, Rebecca. Rebecca, I did answer your question yesterday, but I'll answer it again today. Hey, Maris. Colette. Thank you, Colette. I'm so happy to be back too. Uh, Annie's first. Hello, Toni. Can you please ask my guide what in me is attracting feminine men? All the estrogen they're putting in food. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Annie, if you're a very independent, here's the thing, and if you're a very independent or successful or you work, I think there are just a group of men out there now that, and there's this whole thing online where they're called the sassy season men, where they're looking for someone to take care of them and buy them gifts. And they want to be mothered. Their mothers never took them off the teat, so to say. So they still want to be suckling all the energy and money and everything of a woman. Now, this is not all men. This is just a group of men that mothers never, turned boys that the group Boys to Men, it went from boys to, you know, feminine boys. But it's not all men, because there are a number of amazing men out there. Really amazing masculine men. Sometimes, Ani, when we attract feminine men, these are the reasons that I am getting from above. We can attract feminine men when we are a little bit afraid of men. So we attract one that doesn't have as much testosterone or isn't as manly. We can attract feminine men when we are single, inner masculine, working, because we have to be working, doing everything. Very independent is the word I would use. They see that and they say, oh, look, she can hold it all down by herself. There we go. We also attract, according to spirit right now, we attract feminine men when we are looking for someone to, quote unquote, save us, because we sometimes get what we're looking for. In your case, Ani, I'm going to say that you're probably a very in control person. You probably have your life put together at least a little bit. And men who see that, they want to that. So the biggest thing I'm getting for you, Ani, is when you meet someone, allow them. Don't talk about where you are, what you are, and how you are. Allow them to show up. And if they don't, allow them to move on. Okay. That's the biggest thing I can say for you. But there are, we're going to see for about prediction time for about 4 or 5 more years, some femininity in men, and it's a combination of things that I cannot say on YouTube because I might not be able to show up again. But it has to do with, and it not the latest one, all of them from birth on, and the food, everything that they're putting in food, especially like if you're eating fast food, junk food, whatever it is, okay? Remember, even if you eat beef, if you're eating beef with hormones in it, those are hormones. They're and once we eat it, then we get that, okay? It sh it sh it shouldn't be that way, but that's just that answer. Okay, Ani, thank you so much for the question. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope the answer was helpful. Just, if you want, I always get very testosterone men attracted to me, but I show up very, very feminine. And a lot of people might say I even show up a little bit like other women who do I care? No. I show up and to them they're like, "Oh, you look a little helpless." No. I'm allowing him to be the man. I'm allowing him to do his role while I do my role. Okay? Feminine men don't want the competition of a feminine woman. I will tell you that though. That's for sure. They don't want somebody prettier than them. Okay, Annie, I really need to move on because I feel like I'm probably getting myself in a little bit of trouble here. Okay, Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca. Okay, okay, okay. Dennis, my dog. Okay, I did answer. I'm going to do this again. Dennis says, my dog Sasha went to the vet and she has heart failure. Can you tell me how long um, I have with her? And Dennis, I'm going to repeat pretty much what I said yesterday, and I hope you understand. Dennis, that's up to you. It's basically up to you. Dennis, that's for anybody listening, watching. That's not the only thing with his with Sasha. Sasha also has another very major issue. Um, you can decide when or how if you choose to. If not, I here's what I'm going to say, Dennis. I feel like within a month's time, there will be a choice that's made because something may take a turn for the worse or something else may present. Um, I always, with my two babies, I told them, and dogs do understand us. Dogs do. They totally understand us. And I would always say to them, listen, don't you ever play with me because if you something goes wrong, I'm not going to keep you around for me. I'm not going to let you suffer. Mm, So, and I'm not saying you're letting Sasha suffer, but dogs do know when we still need them. So do cats. They know when we still need them and they know when we're ready to let go. So, Dennis, just have a conversation with her, letting her know if she wants to go to sleep when you're ready, she can say everything you would want to say to her, and you're going to know when the time is right. Um, I personally, I personally believe not only for our pets, but for everybody, quality over quantity of time. That's just my personal thing. That doesn't mean anybody else has to feel that way. If you do want to ask a question, please put the question in the chat. A direct, exact question about life, love, career, finances. I will not on the show answer what do my, give me a general reading or what do my guides want to say to me. None of that will be answered on the show. That is for private readings, which I do love to schedule. If anybody has a lot of questions, wants to connect with quite a few people up above or just one, I'm happy to do a private session. You can go to my website and we will get that going for you. Okay, next, Colette. wanting to hear from my brother Kurt and Billy. I think, did I say Billy in the beginning? Um, about something to look forward to in March. Instantly, you see, boom, 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 bang, 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 bang. In March, there's something coming up. I hear trip, whether this is a long distance trip or a short trip, like an overnight or two, just to the next to a like a resort area or something like that. In March, you're going to have some travel potentially. Either you're going to hear about the travel in March or you're going to do the travel in March, April, maybe, and you are going to be very excited about this. Go into it with the right attitude, um, and allow yourself to have like a fun while you're there. Um, it might be something you hear about from somebody else and decide to whatever it is, it's going to be very good for you, and it's really, really needed for you. Okay, love? I hope that helps, Colette. Marijana, any message from spirit? Okay, Marijana, I'm happy to give me an area of life that I understand you. I think this is your first time on my show, so please give me an area of life, narrow it down a little bit, and I'll be happy to answer that for you, Mary Jana. I look at your name and I want to call you marijuana, but I know that's not it. It's Mary Jana. I don't know how to pronounce that, and I really do apologize. Okay, next, Maris. Maris says, question, I really want to buy my own truck. I like that. When do you see me purchasing the truck? I want to be independent and get my own loads. Do you see I will be successful? Yes, be patient. There's something coming in around May or June. Don't take something just because it's there. Really do the research. I feel like May or June, you're going to hear about something, know about something, and then be able to move forward with it, but not until that time. Patience is crucial here. Remember, when you have your own truck, you're taking on all the responsibility of that. So just really be aware of that. And there's something about the miles. Like, you might see something and you think, oh, this is great, really good mileage or something like that. Um, run the VINs, run the VINs through a check. However, you can check the VINs to find out the truth about the vehicle. That's what I'm hearing for you, Maris. Okay, you are welcome. Thank you, Maris. Peter G. Oh, thank you, Peter. I just lost everything. There we go. Ahana says, can you ask my spiritual guides when and how will my spiritual journey start? Ahana, it already has. It started when you were born. It started when you were born. Everybody's spiritual journey starts when we're born. And I'm going to take a moment and answer this for everybody, but also for you. We are a spirit in what we assume is a physical form. But the spirit comes in and the journey is the entire life. It doesn't start at some point because we realize it's a spiritual journey. It's been going on the whole time. So, Ahana, you've been on this spiritual journey since since you decided to come here, okay? And when you decided to come here, this part of your spiritual journey took hold and began. Now, as for the next step, because there's always a next step, we are ever evolving souls. Our soul evolves. If we cannot, I cannot stress this enough, we cannot get it wrong here. So if even if you, let's say, get into, I don't want to use anything too tragic or bad. I'm going to throw a couple examples out. Let's say somebody starts an addiction or they start a bad relationship. What after the fact we realize it's a bad. We never realize when we started it's going to be tragic, right? We don't realize that. We go into it going, oh my God, I'm so in love. Ooh, ooh, I just met my soulmate. Ooh. And then months later we're like, what fresh hell am I walking through? Please forgive me for my antics. If you're not laughing, start laughing. Is my whole goal in doing all the voices and the songs and the characterization of everything is to make sure everybody has a laugh also during the show. Um, and don't take everything so heavy. Even when we go through things like that, we are learning. And that's the spirit. When we say learning, this is them up there. When we say learning, we don't mean like, oh, I have to learn the lesson and it's so bad and oh my God, it's so heavy. No, 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 no. What we're here to learn is what we enjoy and what we do not enjoy, what we want and what we do not want. And if there's something we don't want, we just don't have to do it again. We don't have to do it anymore. We don't have to continue the things that we don't want or we don't like. That's the real lesson. That's it. That is learning to feed the spirit. We feed our spirit, and on our spiritual journey, we feed it love and happiness and joy and what we want and what we like and what will evolve it. And the spirit evolves with creation and what we love and like and want. It's very, very, it's in its simplest form, that is that, and do no harm. And do no harm. Now, sometimes we might have to say goodbye to somebody and we feel like we're doing them harm. Like it's so wrong to say goodbye. But remember, on the other side, we made agreements that we will spend this much time together. And no matter how painful it is, if we have to separate from a person, it was agreed upon long ago. And they will go on and find, and you will go on and find, and everybody will be in their right places. Um, so Ahana, as far as if you're going into a spiritual modality, which you did not ask, or if that's the part of it, you've been on a spiritual journey all along, and it will go until you go back home. And then in your next step, it will be a continuation of the spiritual journey. Everything, every single thing we do is spiritual. Good, bad, or indifferent. And the only judgment of whether something is good or bad is in our mind. Do we feel like we did the best we could? Do we feel like we did something bad? And do we let other people influence us on how we feel about it? Which we are not supposed to. We are supposed to be in that space of, this happened, I'm good, okay, I learned, maybe this isn't favorable, I don't want to do it again. And let me compare it to an amusement park, which in my book, What If, I use this analogy, which is if you go to an amusement park and you ride a ride and it's a roller coaster and you really didn't like it, you're not going to wait in line for that ride again. You're going to go, you know what? I didn't like the upside down, flip me around, seat is too big roller coaster. So now, and even if everybody else wants to ride it and tries to convince me, I'm not going back on that. Mm-mm. Instead, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go down the one that plunges me into water, lets me get a little wet and refreshed and move on with my day, even if I have to ride that ride alone because that's the one I like. That is the analogy of your spiritual journey in very, very simple terms. When we do what makes us feel good, we are feeling God. We are feeling great. And that is the journey of the spirit. to choose that. Now, I'm not saying we never do things we don't want to do or don't like, because some people have to get up and go to a job they don't love. Keep looking until you find one you do. That's the beauty of this world. We don't have to be put in cement any place. That's not how it's supposed to be here. Okay, Ahana, I hope that helps you. T. Lynn, hey T. Lynn. Hello, Toni and everyone. Everyone, T. Lynn says hi. May I ask for a message from my friend Lola? Her name was Lola, Lola Valana. Did never expect me to be serious during a show. You can expect seriousness during a private session, but during the show, she wore a something and her something was out there. Her name was Lola, Lola Valana. How did she survive with that name? Listen, T. Lynn, how did she survive with that name? Okay, sorry. Okay. Saw a large orb just minutes after learning she passed. Yeah, that was her, definitely. She is so happy. Oh my gosh. Whatever was going on here, she calls it a shite show. And by shite, you know what I mean. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. She had a very challenging or difficult journey here. There were a lot of things she went through while she was here that were very, very difficult for her. So, in her passing or towards the end, it was it's very heavy, like it feels very heavy. But as soon as she was free from her body, her little meat suit, oh, Lola was so happy. She it's like she's saying, "I'm free to do what I want any old time. I'm free." Yeah, she's very, very happy. And she's saying, while you're here, T. Lynn, make the best of it. Find, do what makes you happy. I think that's a theme of the show today. Just feed your spirit. Like seriously, that's what she wants to say to you. And thank you. Thank you for everything. And she's singing I think this is the Golden Girls song. Thank you for being a friend. So yes, I like her. She's like music on everything. Music on music on music on music. Love it. Okay, next. Okay, Ahana, you have a lot of questions and I would love to answer them. And I answer one question per show. So if you would like, you can schedule something and I'll be happy to answer some of these questions for you. And or if I get through everything, I'll come back and answer some more of these questions. But I already did answer one question for you, so I'm going to go through and get to at least one question for everybody. Okay, love? Um, yeah, Rebecca asked yesterday, she said her right ear hurt. And Rebecca, the one thing it does, first I'm going to ask, does your ear still hurt? Before I get into that, I'm going to ask you that. If you can put that below, that would be great. Okay, Teresa wants to know, I have a friend named Kay. And she's always in your business and telling you that you're going to hell. How's that? She's in my business or your business. For people like that, sometimes you have to minimize contact. Because that's unfortunately people, sometimes you have to really minimize contact with people like that. That is her reality. It doesn't have to be yours, and I don't think anybody should say that to anybody, and wait until they find out there's not really a hell. And if you want me to explain how I know that, I can give 10 different things of how I know that, okay? Uh, oh, wow, there's a lot of questions. Okay, Scott, thank you, Scott. Colette, if I get through everything, I will come back to your question. Hey, Fawn, how are you? Uh, Scott from Nebraska. Yeah, and Dennis says absolutely he does not want Sasha to suffer. Scott from Nebraska, question: when will my estate settle? Thank you. It's going to settle part by part, is what I hear. Part and parcel is what I'm hearing, Scott. From Nebraska. The next thing I'm hearing in June, you're going to have like the lump of it, and then July, August, it might be finalized. There might be some straggling things. Now I'm hoping that's of this year. Okay, love? I hope that helps. Nada. Nada says, can you connect me to my husband that passed away 3 years ago? His name is Ivan. Nada, I will do my best. It's very stoic, very solid, not a lot of words, like quietness, a very calm but like stoic and strong energy. Um, and then what I'm hearing, I'm sorry for your loss, Nada. The first thing that he would say if he could is that he loves you. And there is this food you made, it's in a bowl. Like dinner, it's in a bowl, and I see chunks of meat, and he says he misses that. And this could just mean in general, he misses the flavor of your food. He loved your this at least this dish, but quite possibly, obviously all of your food. And then some. I don't know if this is like a bread or like it's flaky, but like with the fingers, but it's kind of flat, and that too. And then he wants to say that he should have left you better. He should have left you better, whatever that means for you and your situation. Whether it means, I don't want to give the examples because you're going to know in your heart what that means. And he feels he could have done more for you, for you when he was here. And he really wants you to know he did love you, like always. But he seems very stoic. So maybe, I don't know if he wasn't able to express it so much, but he's very, very wanting to make sure that you know that now. Okay, love? That's the one thing that he has for you, Nada. Um, and Teresa, I think I already answered something for you. So I'll come back to everybody once I get through everybody who has who has all the questions. Okay. Okay. Next, la 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 la. Misinformed. I've been dealing with a level of heaviness. I can't get some help from the other side. Oh, I'm sorry. I read that wrong, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm dyslexic and I don't only see words backward, like a word misspelled. I see whole sentences and paragraphs sometimes. It's not I can't. It's can I get some help from the other side? Feeling stuck. Okay. For you and everybody listening, watching, first and foremost, please know on YouTube Shorts and TikTok are all of my clearings. Now, TikTok has every single clearing, but I've tried to upload them to everything else also. They're all on TikTok though. So if you go to my TikTok, you can go through and there's a lot of clearings for everything. I'm going to do a clearing right now. Um, we're just going to clear the heaviness, all the heavy energy, old, outdated energy. Let's pull it off from everyone listening, watching, and old energy, negative energy, toxic energy. Let's pull it out. And then you say you're stuck. So for anybody listening, watching, and I think I just did this not too long ago, but we'll do it here. Stuck, yes, let's clear that. Now, all that caused all of this and kept it is let's pull it out. And you can come back to the 42-minute mark of the show and replay this every single day. The next thing, we're going to just clear all being stuck, all that caused it, and all that is keeping it, which I'm hearing is we can't let go. We can't let go, and sometimes we hold on to things because we think that'll protect us from having it happen again. So we're going to clear all of everything we can't let go of, all the reasons why, all that caused it and kept it. We're gonna clear and heal and release all of that right now. Um, Again, some of it will go now, some of it will go later. Come back and listen until you feel very light, very moving forward. Okay. Thank you so much for that, misinformed. Okay, T Lynn, thank you for that. Sheeta, okay, so she says Lola was born in the 1930s, very gentle, loving Southern lady, suffered abuse first part of her life. So yeah, I did say that there was a lot. She's very free now. She's very, very happy now. She is like, she's not carrying it any longer. Let's put it that way. Okay, next. Ashita, can you please tell me how I can communicate with my spiritual guides and what signs they give me when they want to tell me something? Okay, so one question per, and I'm happy to answer if you have a lot of questions. Please book a private session, but I'm just going to answer the first part of that question, which is, can you please tell me how I can communicate with my spiritual guides? And that is, if you're trying to do it with intention, just take a very slow, deep breath in. As you breathe out, ask a question and then wait for what you hear. You may need to do 2 or 3 breaths, following the breath in, following it out. And when you hear them, it should sound like a thought in your mind over a over a something from the outside. The only time it will seem like something from the outside is if they're trying to give you a serious warning, and that's the only way they can. Like if you're going to be in a car accident and you hear, look ahead or turn or pay attention really loud, it feels like it's coming from outside, but it's actually still just, they only communicate telepathically with us. Okay, that's how you know they're communicating with you. The rest of that, again, I'm allowing one question per person for the show. But if you do have a lot of questions, if you want to know all about your spirit guides, how they communicate, what are their signs, What's their next step for you or your next step in this? Please, let's schedule a session. I'm happy to help you that way. Um, okay, crafts and crime. I just love that name. Woohoo. My name is Rochelle. Hi, Rochelle. How are you? Um, I had an ex that passed away named Tim. Sorry for your loss, love. Um, we had a child together that is not with us. Can you ask if he is with her? Okay, I want to read that again because I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. Okay, I had an ex that passed away named Tim. We had a child together that is not with us. Okay, got it. Can you ask if he is with her? Yes. Okay, I got it. That's the part that got me. Okay, yes. Yes, 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 yes. And I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps everywhere. Um, and they are with you. And they are with you. And no, okay, so I want to tell you this, Rochelle, no matter what he passed from, whatever the said on the certificate, it was really from a broken heart. Again, he had just, I'm going to try to hold it together while I do this, but I don't, he had been through a bit in this life that was overwhelming. And I'm going to have to kind of leave that there because for all the reasons. He um, he says, looking back now, as I look on everything, I can see why it happened and how it happened, what I was there for. He says he felt like he could never get it right. And he carried a lot of the stuff of everything. Like he just carried it all. But looking at it all now, because you can see everything and you see it without ego, you see it without the flesh. And looking at it now, he can see that that it was not necessary. Like he could have, you know how he's actually showing me this analogy. You know how dogs like shake off, like they walk into a wall or they get yelled at or mm, whatever, and they just shake their whole little body. They're shaking it off. So he's saying, looking at it now, he could have just shaken it all off, just let it go. And but he could, while he was here, he couldn't. While he was here, he couldn't. He just carried the burdens, and he wishes that he would not had. He really wishes he would not have. Okay. Okay. That's what he has. I hope that was so helpful for you. Uh, I'm going to go to Tanya. Hello, any message from my dad, Bill? I think that's the second Bill. I hope I said Bill in the beginning. I'm going to try to get through these very, very quickly now. Okay. Where am I? Tanya. The first thing your dad says is straighten up. Straighten up. So that should mean something to you. Please know that. And then he's saying, He is saying to you that he wants you to know there's something coming in March, the latter half of March, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised and you're going to receive it in the morning. Don't doubt it. Now, sometimes I want to tell you this, Tanya, because sometimes when they say you're going to receive something, it's a spiritual gift, like a dream with them or a dream or a knowing or you find something that was theirs. But the fact that he's saying you're going to get it in oh, it might be news. You might get some news that you really, really like that makes you very, very happy. Um, please come back and let us know. Okay, please come back and share it with us if you're comfortable doing that. I like that. This is how the news is making me feel. So I don't know what the news is, but this is the feeling of the news you're gonna get. Okay, love? Okay. You're welcome, Netta. You're welcome, T-Lyn. She is free now. She's so free now. You're welcome. You're so welcome, Colette. Teresa, did I already I'm not sure. I thought I answered this for you, Teresa. If I didn't, can you please put it in and re-explain it to me because Cassia. I thought I answered that, but maybe I didn't. I am in the energy right now. Crafts and Crime says yes, hard life. Erin, um, you're welcome, Tanya. Okay, so Erin says, "Hi, Toni. I have a job offers from both interviews. I accepted my first offer. Do you see me being there for years?" Okay, you're going to be there for some time. I can't, you have free will. You might get a better offer, but I feel like you're going to be there for some time. And that better offer might not come right now. It might come down the line. So please know that. Please, please know that. Please know that. But it looks good. The offer you accepted looks really good. It looks like, yeah, good. Uh, Erin, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. Rebecca wants to know, where's that question from Rebecca? Rebecca wants to know, what is my angel guide name? Rebecca and everybody, we have several guides, several angels that are, we have a minimum of 3 angels with us at all times. And these angels, we have other angels that come and go depending on if we're learning something new, if we're meeting new people, if whatever's going on in our life. So if I were to ask, and the names I can never pronounce, I'm just going to tell you that I cannot. Give me the name of one of Rebecca's guides. And we have several guides. We have one main one that's with us from our first inception to our very last inception. And oftentimes, some of us will have 2 of them, but we also have guides that come in and out, like when we're going to have a partner. We have guides that come in for that. Well, one of your guides, Rebecca, is Jose, but I don't feel like I feel like it's a familia guide is Jose. And then one of your, For some reason, Rebecca, why am I not getting this? I know why. Okay, there it is. Hold on. Hold on. It is, I can't pronounce it even if I try, but you can simply say Jacques, like like Jacques Cousteau, but it starts SZC something. So just Jacques. You can just say Jacques, and that will be very, very helpful for you. But they don't, I'm going to say this to everybody. Whatever the name of your guide is, whatever the name of your angels or whomever are, they know we may not know their names or how to pronounce it. So it's okay. They don't have ego. So no matter how you call them, they're not going to be offended or upset in any way about it. Um, okay, so Teresa, oh, okay, I get it now. Okay. Teresa says, will my neurologist accept me back? I plan to write a letter to request him to take me back. Teresa, I feel like there's someone better. I feel like you're going to find a better person, a person that's much better suited to help you, um, and to show you to do what you need. And one thing I'm hearing, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but you might want to look into it and see if it fits for you, is kinesiology. I don't know why I'm hearing that for you, but I feel like there's something there's a, if you want to go back to a neurologist, there's a better one than the last one. Otherwise, look into kinesiology if you're comfortable with that. Yes. Okay. Thank you, guys. I will be back tomorrow night. If I did not get to all of your questions, I'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Hopefully, we'll be able to do this again. I'll show up. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all so much. Have an absolutely amazing rest of the day.